What is the difference between both fighters?
Yeah, yeah. I think that there's two narratives out there. I think, or really, there's one narrative. That narrative is that Terence Crawford can do more things in the ring. He's got more tools in his toolbox, and even though Errol Spence is a basic boxer, he's the most fundamentally sound boxer in the world. I do agree with that, but Errol's got more in his arsenal as well. And I think that we've never been able to see him pull out everything that he's had to use. Terence has been in the ring with guys who have done different things, and he's had to present other things go into his toolbox. But I do think that from an X's and O's standpoint, it's all a matter of what are you going to do this round? Because they both have the ability to make adjustments, and they both have the ability to be aggressive. They both have the ability to fight off of the back foot, counterpunch. I mean, even from, again, the X's and O's standpoint, this is an outstanding fight because they both have A+ in every box. And it's just, yeah. I honestly think that we're going to see probably 3 different strategies from both of them throughout the course of a 12-round fight, maybe even 4 or 5.
So plan A through D.
Hey, you can ask Breadman and you can ask Virgil. I mean, having 4 or 5 different game plans within one fight is probably impossible. But I mean, both of these guys have to have all of that in order to win the fight.
My question is more so geared towards the fighters. Shawn and Kell, I'm sure you both studied immensely for your fights with Spence and Crawford, respectively. Was there anything that caught you by surprise with either fighter, like whether it was like the speed, the strength, the angles, or the punch variety that you saw from both fighters?
I'll go ahead and go first. And I'm definitely gonna paint this picture the correct way. When I fought Errol, going into that fight, I said I need everything to beat this guy. I can't leave anything at the gym. I can't leave anything at home. I had to take everything in order to beat this guy. And I think about 5 rounds went by, and just a simple move, a pullback counter, and I counterpunched his jab with my jab, and he shook his head and he said something, and I thought to myself, "Oh, I got you." And what I realized in that moment was he's not as smart, not as intellectually sound as I thought he was going to be. And that seemed to kind of carry through the entire fight. I felt like I was a step ahead of Errol the entire fight, all the way up until that knockdown moment. And that was surprising to me. I thought that Errol was going to be more intelligent in the ring. And I thought that simple pullback counter move, it's one thing to get hit with it. Like, things happen, but for him to acknowledge it and show how frustrated he was in that moment. And then I started to see other moments of frustration as well. When we talked about this fight years ago, I said, well, Terence the smarter fighter, he's going to win this fight. But I think that ever since this accident that Errol has sustained, and I think that having to come back from that and having to just grow up and get rid of a lot of things in his life, I think that he's a smarter fighter now than he was when we fought in 2019. And I don't think that there's going to be any surprises for either guy in the ring. There weren't any surprises for me when I fought Terence. Everything that came to me was everything that I thought was coming and expected the whole 9. And I think that one little stain, for the sake of words, that Errol had back in the day, 2019, when we fought, I believe that stain is gone too. So I don't think either guy is going to be surprised at all.